Boom, 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 boom. So 3 minutes. I think this is pretty much the first time that I've actually got on here on time. People already showing up. 118 North Bless, Stephanie. Okay, before we get into things, I'm going to give just a general preface to what's going to be going on today. Today, we're going to be discussing a few things, everything from mindset to YouTube, a giveaway, Q&A. Now, in relation to the mindset, we're going to be discussing staying positive, countering negativity, and then also dealing with trolls. I mean, this is social media based, so it's going to be inevitable that we're going to be coming across trolls. Now, I'll be giving a brief background about myself. There's been a lot of questions in relation to that, so I'll throw that in there, and I think it does tie directly into mindset. Also, YouTube will be discussing starting a channel. We'll be discussing the growth of a channel, and I'll be giving a little bit of a background to my journey with YouTube thus far, and it is relatively new, and it's really awesome the way that it has gone so far. Now, the giveaway, we'll be discussing that just before the Q&A, so stay tuned for that. Now, one thing to discuss, or one thing about the giveaway is that we're going to be just giving away 2 heated beard brushes, and we please ask that if you already have a heated beard brush from the Beard Struggle, please don't participate in this giveaway, because we want to give brushes to those that don't have them. And we'll be talking about the giveaway just before Q&A. Now, going back to a little background about myself, I don't think I've really got into it, but I'll give you the cliff notes, if you will, about background. I see everybody showing up right now. What's going on, everyone? So I'll give you a brief background about myself. I'll keep it to pretty much the climatic aspects of life, or some of them. 2006, I broke my neck, and that definitely, it played a toll on me. And going into the mindset and positivity, I was in a funk. But definitely after that funk had passed, let me go back into that. Shit happens and we deal with it. Yes, we're all human. We will get down and out at times, but for the most part, we just try our darndest to keep it positive. So going back into this story, 2006, I broke my neck in a wrestling accident. After that funk passed, I got back into lifting. I got back into trying to figure out how to step back into the real world, if you will, deciding on where I was going to live, because at that time I was actually living in my car after I had broke my neck. And so figuring out what I was going to do for a living, where I was going to live, how I was going to get back into school, etc. So it's just life. We all have speed bumps that we've dealt with. And so this is kind of a little take on, again, what I've gone through. And there's more to it. And I just want to say that everyone has a story. You know what I mean? You can't just judge a book by its cover. Now, long story long, moved down to Orange County, started up at Cal State Long Beach, graduated from Cal State Long Beach. While I was going to Cal State Long Beach, I was back into lifting. Some friends talked me into competing in a bodybuilding competition where I never in my life would have thought that would have happened. That happened, made it to the finals, and I was hooked. And so going into the mindset aspect of things, that brought about a goal. And again, going directly into mindset, now I had a new goal, and it was to continue discovering my body's true natural standpoint. And now, being natural, I mean no drugs, no HGH, no steroids. This was a goal for myself. I don't condone anyone that does do steroids, but I do look down upon and think those that do take steroids but say they're natural, they're despicable, but that's another story. So keeping it positive. So that was my goal back then, to see what I could achieve naturally, and that's still my goal today. And yeah, so now where does that all come into play with the beard and where we're at right now? 2013, after my first competition, I decided to take a trip to Europe, and I didn't want to bring a razor or anything. I didn't want to deal with shaving. So got back from Europe. I had a beard, and now I still competed with a beard in the fitness realm, which, I mean, that was definitely taboo. That's unheard of. There was only a handful of us that actually did compete in the bodybuilding world and were successful. So that's where we came from, and that's where we're at today. So now I definitely see everybody. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that I get everything down and out for those that are new coming in, and I wanted to just give it a preface to this, to what we're doing today. I see everyone chiming in. I'll go through all of these comments in just a sec. I just wanted to kind of keep with the flow of this and try to stay somewhat organized, because I tend to go off on a tangent, especially if I go directly to the comments. But I see out of the corner of my eye everybody's showing up, so super stoked. Now, let's go into mindset. When it comes to mindset, first things first, if you think positive, positive will happen. There's no doubt about that. I truly believe it's all about the energy that you project, and with that energy that you project, that positive energy, you'll attract positive energy. It's a factor of reciprocation. Now, keep in mind that can work the other way around. That if you think negative, I mean, negativity will come to fruition. And in addition to that, it kind of leads to self-sabotage. Now, I say self-sabotage because if you're thinking negatively, subconsciously, you kind of set yourself up for failure, and then you lead yourself down that path of failure. So the key thing is keep it positive. And as I was saying in the beginning of this vlog, yes, shit happens and we deal with it, but it's about just trying our hardest to keep it positive. Now, I'll keep this relatively concise in regard to mindset, and we'll talk more about that when the question and answers come about. So we'll get back to that. Now, YouTube. As far as starting a YouTube, my tips and tricks to starting a YouTube, get it started. It's a matter of simply merely grabbing your phone, setting it up, and recording. That's the easiest way to get started with YouTube. Everyone asks about that. I just saw super chat, Paulo Duarte. Awesome, brother. Thank you so much. He said, hey, brother, hope everything is okay with you and your family. Stay safe, and God bless you and your family in these dark days. Seriously, brother, but these days aren't dark. Going into mindset, this is what it's all about. It's about coming up with how can we come up? How can we come up with where we're at today? Just the other day, I was talking about the fact that we're not down and out. These aren't dark days. Stephanie herself, she's been given allotted more time to herself to where she's looked in photography. She's looked into videography. She's been hitting up companies about campaigns. She's actually making more money now than before than what we're dealing with right now. So these aren't dark days. It's adversity, and it's all about brainstorming and coming up with something new. No excuses. Like, now is not the time to come up with excuses. Now is the time to problem solve and come up with answers. So again, Paulo Duarte, I appreciate that super chat and what you're saying, but again, these are not dark days. Now, going back into YouTube, so about as far as starting. You just videotape yourself. You get comfortable in front of the camera. And then from there, as soon as you start doing this, you find your niche. Now, the reason why you want to find a niche is because you want to pick up traction. And when people know what they're getting when they go to your channel, that's going to keep them coming back. And then from there, that's going to build traction with like-minded people, with people that are looking into that same thing. Like, let's say rocks. You collect rocks, you love rocks, you make videos about rocks. More and more people that are into rocks are gonna start going to your channel because they know what to expect. They know that if they wanna see some rocks, they're gonna go to your channel and see some rocks. And it's really as simple as that. And again, I mean, the rock thing was it was out there, but there's something for everyone. That's why Baskin-Robbins has 31 flavors, or had 31 flavors. I don't know if Baskin-Robbins is still open, but yeah, so keep that in mind. Now, going into YouTube and your channel, People will come to your channel if you have something that they want, whether it be teaching them something, whether it be entertaining them. As long as they're getting something out of that, you always need to keep that in mind. Do it with a purpose. Dad bods. Brandon Smith, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye, and that was freaking hilarious. People want dad bods. That's what we're here for. You know what? I'm gonna start a channel just for dad bods, and I'm gonna throw myself all up in that. So that's for YouTube. Now, the majority of you are here because of the fact that you're Brand Vikings, that you're a part of the Brand Viking community. Now, how this all ties into things is that, yes, when you're promoting stuff, you want to keep this positive. You want to give your audience something, not just product. You don't want to just sell product to them. It's about giving something that they want, whether it be that entertainment, whether it be that just a breath of fresh air from everything that's going on right now. So give the audience what they want. Now, in addition to giving them what they want, you need to be building a relationship. I mean, these people are coming to your channel, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. They're coming to your channel. They're giving you their valuable time. We only have so much time during the day, and being that they're giving it to you, you need to give something back to them and make sure that you're building that relationship. Okay, so here's where the positivity stops, and let's discuss some negative things that Brand Vikings have brought up. Okay, one thing that the Brand Vikings have brought up, not everyone, but there has been some, it's in relation to the 15% discount. They bring up the fact that, well, the Beard Struggle, they give out discounts to people already in emails or on their ads, a 15% discount. So we as the Brand Vikings that have the 15% discount, we're having to compete directly with that. That's true. So what? You dealing directly with that, that's merely an excuse. And now I say that because I've had to deal with that. I at one point had that same discount as what the Beard Struggle was promoting. But here's where you turn that an excuse into a thought process, critical thinking. But even before we get into that, so the Beard Struggle, they have their clients, they have their customers. It's our jobs to build our own customers, to build our own relationships. That way, if you're doing the right job, if you're going out, if you're building those relationships, grabbing new customers, the Beard Struggle always already has those customers that they give those discounts to. So what would be the point of you just going off of that? This is your chance to make your own customers and then build that relationship. That way, when they do go to the Beard Struggle, the only thing that they're thinking in their mind is, you know what? That dude, Roger, he's cool. I don't even have to think. He doesn't even have to think about it. Okay, discount code, Roger, and whatever that number is. So if the customer isn't thinking that, we're not doing our jobs with building the relationship. I know that everyone that buys from the Beard Struggle, that they're my friends, they don't even think twice. They just go, okay, I'm gonna buy this and that, discount code, oh yeah, Dan's Beard. Not even a thought. They don't even think about that. So let that be something that will help you out. So the fact that the Beard Struggle gives out a 15% discount to people at times, that's not an excuse. I've dealt with it. I've overcome that. And so aside from that, you can build up to that. After you do generate those sales, then your discount that you give to people increases, and then you can get up to the point to where some of us Vikings are, to where we're salaried, and we all started from the bottom and worked our way up. And again, this is a choice. You know what I mean? It's your choice to make the most of this. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it, but why not? What's a few extra dollars in your pocket at the end of the month? You know what I mean? So that's my little, that was long-winded. I'm sorry about that. Oh, the giveaway. Let's not forget the giveaway. So here's what we're going to do in regard to the giveaway, and then I'll go through the thread, the live chat, and see what questions there were. Actually, Steph, do you have time? Would you be able to tell me what questions came through or no? No, that's fine. You're working. So we'll let me discuss the giveaway right now. Let me wipe my nose first.
I know a lot of people came from Facebook because it's on Facebook.
Okay. Apparently we were supposed to be on Facebook, but we're on YouTube. So I don't know what happened with there. I'll have to talk with the boss man on that because we already went through that. So as far as the giveaway, here's what's going to be the thing. Again, if you already have a beard brush straightener, please do not participate in this giveaway. Here's the giveaway. Here's the details. First things first. First thing to do is to go on to the Beard Struggle Facebook page, the e-commerce page. I think there's like it says the Beard Struggle, and then let me find out. And in gray it says e-commerce website page. You go to the Beard Struggle, you leave a review on the Beard Struggles e-commerce webpage, and then you go to my Instagram, Dan's Beard. You better be following me. You go to my Instagram and leave a comment under my last post. I think my last post I was doing a tricep pull down, and say done. And so if you leave a review on the Beard Struggle e-commerce webpage, then you go to my Instagram, you better be following me, and leave a comment saying done under the tricep extension picture. It was the last thing that I post. I'm going to randomly choose 2 of you. Again, please, if you already have a beard straightener, please do not participate. I beg